Hi, I'm Charles Cadell and welcome to a K12Press tutorial. Today we're going to do an online tutorial about showing you the wireframing format of a Divi Visual Builder web page. So this is a basic tutorial that kind of shows you a different way to navigate and may actually help you guys out on some issues that you've been dealing with in the past using the Divi Visual Builder. So what we're going to do is just go to the home page here of the demo site, XYZ Academy, and we're going to click on the Enable Visual Builder. So once we've enabled the Visual Builder and it starts up for us, we're going to see where you have your sections and your rows and your modules all built within the Divi Visual Builder here. And as you hover over the different sections and rows and modules, you can click on the settings or row or column layout and all the different sections. But on bigger pages that have a lot more information and a lot more sections, like your home page here, you can see as you scroll through that information that there is lots of stuff here. And sometimes it's hard to navigate to those places, and especially if you're using things like negative margins and maybe the bottom margin is negative for some things. Well, as you're rolling over, you may find to where certain things, like this is a new section where this video is, well, you're not seeing it pop up very easily when you hover over it here. And that's because there's a negative margin where it's tucked underneath here. And there's no way to get to the settings for that section or maybe even the module for this. So you have to be able to get to that in a different way. And I often, by default, when I'm working on the Visual Builder on a K12Press site, I go into wireframe mode and open up your page menu here at the bottom by clicking on the three dots. And then go over here to the far left bottom corner and go to Wireframe View. It's got a long rectangle followed by two little squares underneath it. Click on that. And what that will show you is the wireframe view of the actual website itself. So you can see, here's my first section, and then that slider at the top, and then those little blurb buttons, and then the header section with the full width code. That's actually that video. So to be able to access that video, you would go in here and be able to click on the settings for that full width section, or if I needed to make edits to the code itself here, you could actually get on the code there and make edits that way. But you say to yourself, I'm on the wireframe view, but I kind of like being able to see as I'm working on it. That's the whole point of the Visual Builder, is for it to be visual and to see what I'm working on. Well, you can pop in and pop out of the wireframe view very easily. And you can keep the module settings open. So if you're having a hard time clicking on the settings for a section or a row or a module, and you end up using the wireframe view, well, you can open up the settings, click your buttons there, and then you can actually click back into the regular view and keep this settings window open. That way you can make changes that are needed to that website. This makes it to where you can still see things visually as you make the edits, but it helps you identify where things are. Now, I'll say it's important to make sure that on your modules and your settings for your different rows and sections, that you go scroll down to the admin label and you enter in the information that kind of outlines. Now, that's really the only place you're going to see that is when you're in wireframe view. But that admin label, if you properly name those as you're building, it'll help you identify that stuff once especially if you're building out a big page once you're in there. Anyway, I hope this helps. It's a quick tutorial, but it's the wireframe view in Divi Visual Builder, and I guarantee it may help solve some of those problems for people that might be experiencing difficulties clicking on a section, row, or module because of a negative margin or something for display purposes. At any rate, as always, please like and subscribe to K12Press Solutions on YouTube. If you're working on a school project, a school website, or a school district website using WordPress, we'll be a wealth of information for you. Thank you and have a great day.